Welcome. What's the tea? What's the tea, ladies and gentlemen? What is the tea? Ladies and gentlemen. All right, please leave a message and tell us what is the tea. Ladies and gentlemen, these tea readings is whenever you have a problem, you come. Whenever it falls on your channel, you deal with issues, it comes up. These are when it falls on your channel. These are when you can know what is going on. Sometimes you're dealing with issue, you have no idea what is going on, and you are looking for to know what's happening. Okay, let's see what's happening. Oh, the energy of the bowl, the fish bowl. Okay, there's something about a whole lot of money. Okay, yeah, and a house. A whole lot of money and a house. Yeah, a man is now regretting a situation because a man recognized whoever this man is could have created some sort of a deal, use a house to gain a whole lot of money, and now is recognizing, yeah, he and his lover. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. So this man, whoever this man is, he and his young lover, because this person is between the age of 18 and 45, use someone else's house of idea. Yeah, he drugged someone. There it is. The doctor. Yeah, he was playing doctor. They're now going to be finding out how a man had gotten so much details and information about a house. Okay, this is the living room, a house. This man has access to a house, and this man created a crime by um, manipulating the owner of a house through drugging this person. Okay, let's use the energy of the cat. Let's use the energy of the cat. So, whoever this young person is the oopsie daisy. I say young person, page of coins, money. This young person is all about the money. You see, I said whoever this young person is, this young person is all about the money. And whoever this older man is was aware that this young person, in order to be in a relationship with this young person, he has to give this young person an acquirable amount of money. Okay, so he knows that he would not have a chance with a young person if he didn't have money to give to this young person. So he created a crime. So he uses this young person to create this crime by using money, using someone else's house, or use someone to do some sort of a bank fraud. This man did bank fraud or um, or insurance fraud using another person identification. How do we see that? Because a lot of people don't understand how to read read cards. This man is looking at this house and is looking at this money. This money, this man, this second house is a bank or a financial institution. Okay. All right. And they're not going to be finding out. Yes. So, yeah, the Four of Cups regrets because the secret is now out. Okay. The secret is now out. This man is now regretting because, yes, the Five of Swords, it is an Aquarian man. People in authority could be also looking at the situation and is now finding out how this man could have gotten so much information surrounding a house. Yeah, I told you this little girl was all about the money. How much is that? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this little young lady worked with this older man. It could be an Aquarian man. Work with this older man. It's coming up as a, yeah, seven, Eight of Pentacles. This Aquarian man worked with this younger female. Yeah, I told you, Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. Oh, yay. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, whoever this young lady is, this man is coming up. For some of you, is an Aquarian. For some of you, is a Virgo. Whoever this man is having to do with a young lady. He was looking some sort of a connection with a young lady, and he uses this young lady and work with this young lady. It's coming up as the Queen of Swords. Now, this Queen of Swords could be a Gemini person, or someone in the legalities to create a fraud. Okay, they're onto this person. Yeah, so Eight of Cups. So this is a situation that is happening from past lifetime. This problem, this issue is past lifetime. An Aquarian, but this Aquarian person is in the upright, but the Virgo person, this Aquarian person was only out for money. Okay, and the law is now finding out, yeah, the energy of the Six of Pentacles. So the bank and a financial institution, which could be also a insurance. Okay, this could be also insurance, because we see the energy of the Five of Swords and the Four of Cups. This could also be an insurance company. And whatever it is with this bank or financial institution, they're finding out about this man. All right. And what we have is the Nine of Swords, lies. They're finding out details about this man. Okay. So it's like government is stepping in and finding out some sort of a details about a man, because they're now recognizing, yeah, the Page of Pentacles, that this was all about money. Okay, this little young girl just wanted money. This little young girl was paid to collaborate. Yeah. And what is happening and transpiring, whoever the Queen of Swords is getting out of this problem. The Queen of Swords is getting out of this problem. The Queen of Swords wants to come clear and get out of this problem, because obviously the Queen of Swords is a lawyer. For some of you, is a lawyer. This lawyer is now going to be finding out that this man drug someone in a house in order to get all of these details and information. This man had really gave someone drug for them to be impurated, so they were not aware of what was going on. They're now having evidence that this man drug. This young woman is also finding out that this man drug this other older person in order to gain some sort of information. Whatever they created together is not going to be working out. It was a lot of money that was stolen. So they used someone else's information in order to create an insurance fraud, or to steal another person's identity in order to collect a whole lot of money. I told you, the eye princess. And they're now finding out that whoever this person is, it's not the first time they have done it. They're finding out that this person is connected to some sort of a cult group, organization of criminality. Okay, they're finding out that this man is a scammer. Whoever this man is, this Virgo, there is something to do with a Virgo man and an Aquarian man and a Gemini man. A Virgo man, an Aquarian man, a Gemini man is finding out that whoever this man is has been doing fraud for a very long time. Okay, if you notice all of the money on the board, this is about using, because whoever that little girl is, that little girl is in the reverse. Because they're now finding out how an Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran, a little girl who was paid in order to deliver some sort of information. That little girl, an Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran, is now finding out that whoever the owner of the house was drugged so that this man would get these documents and information. Because this man could not get this information because whoever the owner of the house was not that friendly with that man. She just never trusts the man. Okay, yeah, Page of Swords. She just never trusts the man. All right. And now this Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran person is now finding out that the man drugged the owner of the house in order to have all of these details and document and paid her to access. So I see that whoever this young woman is, she's going to tell the truth. Yeah, Chariot, she's not moving forward. She recognized that she's now in some serious good problem. Okay, she was connecting with this person because they're now going to be recognizing that this young lady was paid in order to get some details and information. They're now finding out that they use this Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran young woman um, in order to change something and to do something. So the energy of the Chariot is here. So they're now going to be finding out what a young Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran woman have done. There is no forward movement for this person because they're now going to be recognizing that this person was also connected to some sort of a um, fraudulent situation because they send in this Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran person in order to gain some details and information. So now they're finding out, why is this man and this young Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran person are so close in proximity, because they're finding out that something doesn't, there is something that is not adding up. People are now recognizing and is gathering information and recognizing that something is not adding up. People are now putting the puzzle together. People are now really getting to the bottom of a situation and recognize that, hey, something is not adding up. Who is this Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran person? Why is this man and this young woman is in connection? What is the connection between this man and this young woman? So a lot of people are now recognizing and seeing what is going on and is now gaining some sort of information surrounding this man and this young woman, and what exactly is it going on that this man and this young woman, this man had paid this Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran young woman in order to acquire a whole lot of the details and documentation. So this young woman recognized that whatever she has done, and is now finding out the truth, that this man had drugged a older woman, the owner of the house, in order to accumulate other documentation and information that she did not accumulate. She is now going to be recognizing that this man had drugged and tried to kill this woman, because whatever the drug that this man was waiting for the drug to work. And when the lady wake up, this man was like, what the hell? Because whatever drug he gave this woman, this drug was supposed to take this woman out totally, but it did not work. This young Aquarian person was not aware of that the owner for the house was drugged. She was not aware of it because she got paid to get other details and information, but was not aware that the man had drugged the owner for the house. You see, this is an older elderly lady, and this man was just basically waiting that this person would pass away. Okay, there was someone who was used, and the thing about it is that this young Aquarian, Gemini, or Libra person, it was not aware that the woman of the house was drugged. She had no idea. And the drug was supposed to kill the woman, because whoever this man is was someone that was paid and brought in to have access to this older lady house and to basically drug the woman in order to get details and documentation, because whatever this man has been saying is far from the truth. The lady just never trusts this man. The lady recognized that this man was a with conversation that this man have discussed, she recognized this is not someone who I should have been associated with in the first place, and when she recognized how this man basically just took people into her house, then that day she was aware they sent this man. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no way that you discuss a situation and ask for a professional people that you're going to be bringing your family and friends and someone else. If this is someone who you don't know, you basically don't know this person, because this person could have been an associate, a connection. This person has nothing to do with you, is no friends or that sort of a thing. But you wanted to have access to this person out. So a lot of people are now finding out that this man was a hitman. Okay, this man is someone who they send to access people and access their house and details. Because number one, ladies and gentlemen, if people are going to be building in your house, there must be a plan. There must be the people that you're going to be sitting down on the table and talk. You are going to be putting in some sort of a plan of who is going to be coming in, what is going to be done first. These were only children and family that was entering this older woman's house. This older woman was on her own. And now this Aquarian, Gemini, or Libra young lady is now finding out, Jesus Christ, I didn't know that he drugged the woman. Yes, whatever drug he gave to the woman, he was sitting down there watching the woman and could have been collecting data and information. And this is why the lady, she went and she have evidence. She was taking down points, because that was the last stone that the lady said, no, Holy Spirit, move this man out of my house. You know, that was the last stone that this man threw, that this lady was like, Holy Spirit, move this man out of my house, because then she now have evidence that this man was sent in order to take her life. Okay, because you cannot have a friend or a co-worker that is going to be coming over and is going to be slicking you something in your drink. That means this man is a criminal and this man was sent to do something to you. You and this man has no relationship, because this man is just a scammer, okay, is a gold digger, okay. And this is what I do not understand. There's some men that cry, cry, cry. Oh, this is a gold digger, but you don't have no gold to dig. You have absolutely no gold. So you can't say that other people are gold digger, because you don't have any gold. You are as empty and lake as what? So now people are now going to be recognizing that this man was profiting. Yes. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, this man, if you see the money there, this man went self to build in the lady house so he could have access, and so he could create a way of getting money from this lady, because this man just think that this lady, you see, and this is low life men, okay, because no normal mature men think this way. This is low life. If you recognize the money on the table and this man is looking at this person's house, because he recognized that with this person's house, he could put and run a scam or whatever scam on this lady. There it is. They're all criminals. There is criminality that goes on in different ways, ladies and gentlemen. This man had his eyes on this woman's house, because this man knew that this woman was alone. He knew that this woman was alone, and whatever the drugs, because they need to find out where he got these drugs. Okay, and they need to find out how many women he has drugged. This man, if you recognize money on the table, and he was looking at this woman's house, because he know if you run a scam on this woman's house, he was going to make a lot of money. These people need to go to jail. These people really need to go to jail. It's something that he had planned. So when you come and plain, oh, this is a gold digger, yeah, Knight of Wands. A Knight of Wands was here collaborating, because the money went to the Knight of Wands. So whoever is investigating this case, the money, you have to, whoever you are as a forensic detective, the money went to the name of a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian, and it's in the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian house. It went to an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian person. Maybe this person is living in another place, another city. But whoever this man, together with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian person, had co-created. It is not the first time that this man have ripped off other people and take their passport and take their thing there and take their what. It is something that this man have done. Okay? This man is a blatant criminal. Here we go. Knight of Pentacles. So a Knight of Pentacles is now going to be telling the truth. A Knight of Pentacles, they're going to be finding out that the Knight of Pentacles of lie. Whoever this Knight of Pentacles is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person. Okay, this Knight of Pentacles, they're finding out because this man could have worked with this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this Knight of Pentacles is now finding out that this man lied about everything. This man lied about, so there could have been that this Knight of this man brought in a Knight of Pentacles to do work for him, and now this Knight of Pentacles is finding out that this man have lied. How much money this man had created, whether it's insurance fraud, it is bank fraud, whatever fraud this man created, this Knight of Pentacles is pissed because this Knight of Pentacles is between the age of 18 and 45 and is now recognizing that this man cut him out of a deal while he was the one who made all of the work. He was the one that was working. Okay, now people are going to be finding out. Now the Knight of Pentacles is now going to be finding out what a shady mother effer that is. Okay, because this Knight of Pentacles is now going to be finding out that this man used him and gain a lot of money and give it to his lover. Queen of Wands. No movement for the Queen of Wands. Lying bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, they're now going to be finding out who is this Queen of Wands, and that this Queen of Wands was illegal in a country and this man was trying to give this Queen of Wands. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can you now imagine that someone asks you to help them in the building of a house? You don't know far the story of this man, okay? Because this man is a liar. This man is a pathological liar. Now this young Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person is now going to be finding out who is this Queen of Wands and the lies. Because this Queen of Wands had no financial stability. They have no stability. You can see this, ladies and gentlemen, whoever this Queen of Wands is, because you see the Chariot. They have no travel documents. They have no identity. They were illegal in a place, illegal in a country, because people are now going to be finding out the truth of who is this Queen of Wands, when this man met this Queen of Wands, and how this man met this Queen of Wands. Because whoever this Queen of Swords is recognizing that she was paid to do a crime. And the Queen of Wands, which is a Leo, a Chariot is a Leo, Leo and Sagittarian, Chariot, Leo and Sagittarian, Leo and Cancer. They found out now who is this Queen of Wands, that this man was trying to give this Queen of Wands a new start by replacing this older woman in our house. Friggin' criminal. This is, ladies and gentlemen, you will never, and I said it 1,000 times, ladies and gentlemen, I stay away from people. People are mentally disturbed, okay? I had no idea until my ex-partner said it to me. He said, listen, you were born in a bubble. You have no idea how evil people can be. He said, you were protected your entire life. I said, but this is the real world. And people have always an agenda for you. And ladies and gentlemen, it is true. I don't want to meet anyone new. Okay? Don't call me because I don't want to be anyone's friends. People have a agenda, ladies and gentlemen. People will see you. And this is what I keep on saying. Do not take your co-workers to your house. Do not make your co-workers have any private details about you. People will have agenda for you, because now this little young water sign woman is now finding out that he lied. He paid her to get some details, some paperwork, some legal documents, sign up some legal documents, pull in some legal documents, but it was for this fire sign person. They were trying to change destiny by giving this fire sign person another person identification and information to switch destiny. This man is a wicked, cruel man. He should go to jail for the rest of his life. People like these should not live in normal society. And the real thing about this, ladies and gentlemen, is that this man is fucked up by his mother. Most men that is in criminality, it's because of their mother. Most men. Okay, it's like 5% that their father bring them in it. But most men are messed up. Men that is messed up by their mother. Okay. In order to build the characteristic of a child, you need a nurturing parents. The mother was no nurturing person. The mother is never nurtured. This woman should have never have kids. Our womb is bad. Okay? There are just some people that shouldn't have kids. And I have a lot of respect for Europeans who choose not to have kids. I really understand why. And I think that they are the ones who should have kids and not these people. Because what of these people are, they're not European. Okay? These people are just low life, bad luck, bad shit. Okay? And you recognize that people who are mentally off, they always have thousands of kids. Check it out. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. You will have your two safe little boy and girl. You get a girl and then you get a boy, or you get a boy or you get a girl. Some people, because they come from big family, like Christian family, especially those, the ones that inbred, oh Lord, they're always the ones that have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids. It is just facts. It is just, go check it out. Go do a research. I always tell people, don't listen to what I said. Go and do a research, okay? And whoever this man is, this young Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran person is now finding out that this man wanted and used her to full up some sort of a documentation, because the man is listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Not everyone that you see kicking and going on is educated. Some people can barely read or write. Some people can barely understand things. Some people have no understanding of normal situation in life. Okay? And whoever this man is, his mother is the biggest evil person. Because once men that are fucked up, look at the relationship with their mother. And most of the time they pretend as if they have a good relationship with their mother, but most of the time they hate their mothers. Whatever this mother has done to this man, I think this man thinks that all educated people or all women who are independent owes him something. Nobody fucking owe you anything. Your mother is the one who fucked you up. Nobody else. None of these women that you have created problems for had nothing to do with you and your upbringings. Your mother is the one who fucked you up. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. If you cannot have children and nurture children, children need nurturing. Okay? You're going to have children and you don't know, this person, the mother didn't know what was it to be a mother. And a lot of women do not know what it is to be a mother. And we all have to accept that, because none of us was born with a book. This is what nowadays people have books. But people from our generation, from the X, are we X? I think so. Or yeah, we're the X generation. We never get in a book, so we should treat our child. But once you have motherly instinct and you have love, because if you don't have self-love, do not have children. If you have no self-love, don't have children, because you can't love your children and you can't love another person. So you can sit down there sending hearts and sending this and sending that and talking about self-love. Oh no. Because once you don't love yourself, you cannot love another human being. So you can say, oh, I love my child. Oh, no, you don't love your child. You like your child because your child you can use your children to get other people to attract you because of how your kids look or the baby. No, you don't love yourself. You can't love your children. Your children are seen as a bargaining point. So a lot of people get up and they have kids. Most women just have kids because they need financial help from a man. And what they don't understand is that, close your foot and try and gain something to independ your own self. Why are you going to have kids when you don't have any love for kids? So most of these women that are standing up, oh, my kids, and no, it is just a puppet, because most of you have no knowledge of how to treat your kid in the first place. Okay, so all of you coming, oh, my mother, oh, you all have fucked up lives, and some people really saw it as becoming an adult, because some people said, yeah, the way my parents did and what my parents did, I don't want to do that for my kids. And you see these people, they give their kids just about everything. But whoever this man is, you are going to be having feelings towards other people, and you're going to be telling other people, oh, you get this and you get that. That is the thing. If your mother had taught you that being a man is about working and not using your masculine thing there into get people in bed and think that that's it, you're being paid because you use your masculine with a woman. Maybe if your mother had taught you much better, then you would have recognized that no independent woman owes you anything. You're just a bloody bastard. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of people who lose their life. There's a lot of people who end up dying and not knowing, because there are people who are empathy. But there are also the dark Coban empathy, and those people you should not mess with, okay? Because they see you coming. Triads, the dark triads, they see you coming, and they're going to be making sure that you learn a lesson from them. Because, when a person is empathic, ladies and gentlemen, and you go and destroy this person, their dark triad come out. Okay, so if you can think that you're a warlord or a witch or whatever, and this is why divinely protected people, you witches and warlock, you need to stop the bullshit, because you're giving out your money, you're still looking like shit, because when you don't have anyone to drain their energy, you look so horrible, as if you're going to die, or you get like 10 years older. This, ladies and gentlemen, I think we were not taught about the true meaning of life and how to survive on this planet. We were not taught. And I duly have respect for people who decided not to have kids. I really respect your opinion. I see now why. I couldn't understand. And then, and this is what I say to a lot of people, because I see a lot of Americans who are now in Europe, and on Instagram, they're recognizing how totally different Europe is from America. And I think that that was one, because my life, I have living in a three hook. I was born one place, live one place, and end up in another place. And I couldn't understand. And then I started researching and investigating. This is why I say to a lot of people, you sit on the phone, you sit to gossip, go find out who you are. You want to gossip or you want to talk about people, go find out who you are. In your name is the secret of who you are, your life part, what you're here to do. Get the work off and get off of this planet. This planet is an horrible planet. I mean, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen. If you start to eat your own flesh and your own flesh, I mean, who does that? You know? So whoever this man is, this young Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran person is now going to be finding out how much money this man stole, where the money is, because this man, if you notice, he's looking at this money because he transferred the money. Because a lot of people, a lot of investigation is on this, and they're going to be finding out that this man had collaborated with the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius man. That there is where the money is. Okay, this fire sign man, there is where he transferred the money to this fire sign man. And it's a whole lot of money, because the thing was he got money. He paid the Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran person to get these legal documents. And then when he didn't get, he needed more documents, and he went and he drugged this woman. I was waiting for this woman to die or to pass out so that he could get more information. This man is a mentally disturbed man. So you can go on hating other people, but hate your bloody mother, because your mother fucked you up. All right? Nobody else. None of these women has messed you up. Your mother is the one who is to be blamed for your problem and your situation, okay? Because you had trauma in your life and your mother did not take you to get you corrected, okay? Because you were young. If you were taken to a psychiatrist or someone who you could talk to, who this person could have told you, listen, this is not the way of life. It is really saddened what has transpired with you, and correct you from the trauma you had in your life. But no, she didn't do that because of out of embarrassment or whatever. So nobody else fucked you up, and the only person who did it is your mother. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, to be cursing, because a lot of men walk around and abuse other women. This is an abuse. Okay, this is an abuse. You are going to be giving someone drugs and drugging the person and mishandling the person under being not aware of what is going on. This is someone who let you in their circle of trust in order to work in their house, to give something, to help. And what you have done, instead of you told the lady, I have no money, you're trying to help me, so I will look for the right people. You didn't want to help the lady. You are looking for money off the lady. You're a liar fucker. And no one to get you in this problem than your crazy ass mother. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of men blame other women and abuse other women. Okay, it's because they have hatred for their own mother, because their own mother had created chaos for them. Their own mother had bring them trauma in their lives. Can you imagine when a child goes through trauma, okay, and that you think that other women laying down in bed with other women, that women needs to pay you for what? For what? I don't know, but I think that whoever this person is need to look at themselves, because it is no it's no gigolo, it's no Tom Cruise, and it's no Johnny Depp, okay? Not even the race car driver that married to Kim Kardashian now, because that guy is just so friggin' crazy. That guy is a mental case, because I don't know how in God's name that guy could go and marry to Kim. Seriously? So you see, men like to have something to look at, but not really recognizing that that doesn't help, because that is also another thing that is the now this guy, and this is seriously, ladies and gentlemen. What's the name of him? Because I stopped watching him with the car racing. I just cheer for the Dutch guy, Hamilton. Because as you look at him, you know that he's a narcissistic also. Okay. Now he's going to be married to Kim Kardashian. After all of the men, after all of the things, how can you? These are men that like to have trophy wife. Because Kim Kardashian is a trophy wife, okay? Because she can't even pass the bar exam. Okay? She can't pass the bar exam. So those are trophy wife. These men, and especially when they're abused by their mother, they like to have these trophy wife to make them look good. But even if you work and you have a woman to make you look good, you're still full of shit, because inside you're dying because you're fucked up. So work on yourself. You need to really look and go back and work on all your traumas. Because whoever this person is seems to abusing all women around them, and think that all women that make something of their life needs to give you something. For what? Number one, you're not John Travolta. I mean, some men really need to take a look at them, because Sometimes I used to think, when, especially when I was young, I think, are you seriously that you really tried to pick me up? You know, I'm thinking, don't you recognize that you kind of step over your foot? You know, seriously, ladies and gentlemen, it is, and people will think that I'm arrogant. I'm not arrogant. I'm just basically um, rational. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, if you tend to be putting down yourself in life, you will never get anywhere. If you think to be swaying and live it, no. It's not a matter of arrogance. It's a matter of you need to know who you are as a person, and you need to stand in what you believe. Because whenever you know that you are who you are as a person, then these things doesn't happen. Because this lady just make this person play out themselves, and then let them recognize the reason why this person would never have a relationship, because you're ill, because you're still going through motherhood trauma. Not all men does this sort of a thing, ladies and gentlemen. And this is it, ladies. You gotta be recognizing you do not need a man to feel good about yourself. Once you are independent enough to stand on your own 2 feet, you do not need a man. And once you meet a man and the man is abusive and narcissistic, this is the things that you will receive. Because I cannot imagine Hamilton. Yeah, and this is it. All of these men have this sort of ego, because you can know a narcissistic. The other football is a narcissistic. Ronaldo. Oh God, that is a narcissistic. I mean, what happened to football as Pele and Maria Madonna? What happened to those? Those were good, true men. Those men were men that played football. What we have now, I mean, they're all so friggin' narcissistic. The only one that is genuine is that Argentina guy. Oh my God, he doesn't even have interview with certain women. He's just so respectful. That guy is just unbelievable. He's one of the best football in the world now. But the I mean, and Hamilton. I mean, wake up. All right, just wake the bloody hell up. I think that there was a race in a couple of years ago. I was watching him. Then I recognized the man is a narcissistic. The way he was riding on the Dutch guy car, and the way he was behaving, I am thinking, no, that's a narcissistic person. And from that day, every time I'm watching racing, no, I don't care if he's in a race. It's like he just died for me, because obviously it was a race. Oh my God, what race was that? Where were they? Was it in Holland, or was it in Monaco? The man, when he rode on the top of the Dutch guy's car, I was like, you're a friggin' idiot. You are a narcissistic. But all men that married to the Kardashian, you know what happened. And these are examples of these men. You can know that this man is exactly the same of these men, narcissistic, okay? And it's just your parents' fault. It's not the world's fault. It's not a woman's fault. You know, it is your mother's fault. It's no other woman's fault. And if you notice, ladies and gentlemen, this man had a plan. He saw this woman house, whoever this woman is. And you know, the thing about it is that, and this is what really, are you aware, ladies and gentlemen, how discriminate Indian people are? Yeah, very. Okay. And you can see that this man, he was counting his money, because he know he was going to rip this woman off. He was counting this money. And ladies and gentlemen, as a man can say, yeah, but she had so and so on her account. How the hell you know how much is on a woman account? When you use someone from the bank, you use someone who is running a call service from another country to call a woman, and at the same moment the person got the call, the person think you're behind the shit. And she sat there and she spoke to this person and she said, you're so and so, and you're calling from so and such a country. You're letting someone else coming up, using you to come up against another black person to access. If you have all of that information, why are you calling me? Why are you calling me? Because this and that. You see, these people just think that they are so smart. And this is why I said, no, don't call me. I block people off my list. If you call me and you mess with me, I block you off my list directly. Okay? Because no customer service. I don't want anyone to do an equator with. If I want to do it, I will do it. If I think that I work with a company and the service is good and you say, I will do it. Okay? But don't call me. Don't call my telephone. And whenever a person call and I can hear the deceptiveness, I don't know, there's something, I don't know how people, but I think when you live alone, you protect your energies so you can pick these things up. I can get someone on the phone and I know that they're coming with bullshit and my spirit grows so cross. So, whoever you are, collective, you'll be okay. See this as a lesson. Let it go. This person needs to learn. Okay, it is not your problem. All right, this person's parents messed them up. You have nothing to do with this. Namaste.